The president is smarter than Congress on the question of aid to Turkey. There was more racial trouble in Boston today as students began their fifth week of school under a court-ordered busing program. Governor Francis Sargent asked President Ford to send specially trained federal troops to the city to help keep order. He also mobilized the Massachusetts National Guard. Late today, the governor appeared before cameras to explain.
I've determined that the public safety can no longer be assured solely by local police or local law enforcement agencies, even with the additional reinforcement of state and MDC police, which I ordered into the city last week. Therefore, under my constitutional authority as governor, I've requested the president to dispatch federal troops into Boston to ensure the public safety. In the meantime, I have ordered Adjutant General Vartanian to mobilize the Massachusetts National Guard. Guardsmen are now en route to key armories in and around the city of Boston. They will remain in those armories for the present, but if federal troops are denied or delayed, and the safety of the public requires, I will not hesitate to order the National Guard into the streets of Boston.
The trouble that triggered the governor's alert to his National Guard and the call for federal troops happened here at Hyde Park High School, which had been relatively quiet the last couple of weeks. But this morning, several fights broke out inside the building. Police are still not sure just what happened. But before the battles were over, 7 students had been injured. One boy seriously with a knife wound in the stomach. Some parents rushed to nearby hospitals to check on their children. And there, as the injured were leaving the emergency room, some of them told what they remembered of those incidents.
I saw the one white kid getting beat up, and I went in to help him.
We were just all standing there. We were about a few minutes late for class, and someone said something to Kathy, the other one that got injured, and everyone just started.
She hasn't had a decent class. She's been in school to begin with. There's no point in sending her to school and having her get hit in the head like this.
This motorcade took place last night. Opponents of busing in more than 1,000 cars hopelessly tied up downtown traffic outside a hotel where Senator Kennedy and some local politicians were to appear. It was peaceful, but served to remind everyone here that opposition to busing is probably just as strong as ever. Lem Tucker, ABC News, Boston.
Governor Sargent made his announcement as President Ford was getting ready to leave Washington on a political campaign trip to the Midwest. We have a report on White House reaction from ABC's Steve Bell.